Hi, my name is Ward, and I wrote my first article on climate change in 1979. Um, and I keep studying things, and I keep digging up things like this. I decided to start sharing them. But Mobil and others were racing to get drills in the ground in the Arctic, but the ice was a problem. It was too thin to just put the rig on top of it, and it was too thick to make access easy. So, and it varied from season to season. So the solution was to create ice islands, and they would run all the way to the seabed to give them a solid platform. They actually Mobil Oil applied for their first patent in 1970, received the patent in 1973, which was patent number 3750412. I'll put these numbers in the description, so if you want to look them up, you can do that easily. But anyway, that was titled Method of Forming and Maintaining Offshore Ice Structures. Then in 1976, they got patent number 3391715, titled A Method of Transporting Ice Structure. 1977, Union Oil decided to get in on the act, and they received patent number 4048808, titled Ice Islands and Method for Forming Same. 1985, Exxon, they just kept going. They got patent number 4523879, titled Ice Barrier Construction. 1987, they added patent number 469545, titled Spray Ice Structure. Beginning in 1987, a number of ice islands were actually sprayed into existence in the Beaufort Sea between the U.S. and Canada, and they drilled. So right now, think of it this way. Right now, if the ice spraying equipment was running in the Bering Sea, Norwegian Sea, Labrador Sea, west of Greenland, and trying to think of the name of that, north of Japan, there's one that Russia pretty much surrounds it with a peninsula they have there. But typically that had been freezing over pretty well in the late 70s when we first got our satellites up there. But if you started using this ice spraying equipment, blowing ice into the water, into the currents headed north, started doing it now by spraying, we would have added thousands of square miles of ice or snow-bearing ice to the Arctic ice extent, and this would add a huge albedo effect to the northern hemisphere. This could be done with relatively small ships drifting using only enough energy to blow the water into the air, which is how it works. The sub-freezing temperature air, it would freeze and it would quickly drop sea surface temperature in the currents headed north, where they would form ice much quicker. Another method that could be set up is near, say, the oil rigs in the North Sea and the Norwegian Sea. If they were to put aeration fields, which are fields with diffusers, and you use pressure high enough to blow bubbles. This is how we aerate ponds to keep the water good. Fish tanks, aquariums, the same sort of diffusing, blowing small bubbles. Those small bubbles blown near the seabed, you don't want them on the seabed because we don't want to suck mud and other pollutants up into the water. But those bubbles could conceivably reach the surface as an icy sludge and drift northward, and again add to that ice extent up there and the albedo effect. So I've got a lot of these things. I'm several videos worth of similar things here. So if you find this interesting, share it, subscribe, and I will be putting more things on here. Actually, one of them is I had pushed for regulating water flow out of high altitudes on land, back in the 90s. And I got as far as one congressman took my proposal to the Secretary of Agriculture, a man named Daniel Glickman, during the Clinton-Gore administration. And we're still waiting for that to start going into effect. But obviously, we need it badly. We've had some terrible floods with terrible results. And really the only way to stop that is to begin going upstream to where there is no water, except when there's heavy periods of rain, and you build what are called dry reservoirs up there. And I had a number of people. I was working in the upstate New York, the Susquehanna River watershed, and they have since spent hundreds of millions of dollars, but have not done what I proposed, which when I show you the video on that, you'll no doubt be disappointed in the government that we had back then. But anyway, like I said, subscribe, share. We need to get some things going because unfortunately, a lot of the people with that responsibility don't seem to have a grasp on what's really going on. So let's get this going. Thank you.